Hello there, traveler! I am Leonardo MacLeod from the Clan MacLeod, and I bring to you some of the amazing tales that I gathered through my travels. So, please,
Ahem. Stay a while and listen.
the sleepless beauty. Easy, easy, little Aurora. Don't cry, dear. Flora tried to calm the crying little princess cried. Flora and her fairy friends, Fauna and Merryweather, surrounded the crib and looked anxious and not knowing what to do with the royal goddaughter. But Aurora cried it even louder. In fact, she hadn't stopped crying since she had been taken earlier by the fairies to the hidden cabin in the middle of the forest. Oh my! Exclaimed Fauna. What did we get ourselves into? We promised the king and the queen that we would look after Aurora here in the forest and we would raise her without magic. But we don't know anything about how to care for human babies. Flora patted Fauna's back and said, Don't panic, dear. It may be more difficult than we expected, but this is the only way to keep the princess away from Maleficent. Merryweather and Fauna knew that Flora was right, so one by one they tried everything to make the baby stop crying and go to sleep. Well, said Flora, fairy babies tend to calm down when a rose spring is placed inside the crib. Let's try this. Flora ran out of the hut and returned minutes later with the spring, which she placed at the baby's feet. But the child continued to cry. Maybe we should do something to distract her, suggested Fauna. Thus Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather joined hands and started dancing. And they danced until they were out of breath at the point of barely breathing. But Aurora didn't even notice and continued to cry. Fauna was beginning to despair. Let's just use a little magic, she said to the others, just to help her fall asleep. I can't stand to see her so sad. No, it's very dangerous, Meriwether was emphatic. Nonsense, Fauna said, and started waving her hand over the child. In that moment, she accidentally hit Aurora's cradle, causing it to reach back and forth. And with the soft swinging, the baby's crying was decreasing, decreasing, and decreasing. Fauna, Flora whispered, you got it. So the three little fairies continued to rock the cradle back and forth, and soon Aurora fell asleep. Well, Fauna spoke softly to the others after the baby was already sleeping soundly. I don't think it was that difficult, was it? What do you think? That is all for today, but there are always more amazing tales to tell. Before I leave, do not forget, first of all, if you're not part of the clan, hit the subscribe button to be part of it. Second, hit as well the like button to let YouTube know that these tales must reach others. That way, you can help spread them to the four corners of the realm. And thirdly, ring the bell icon so you can be notified of new tales to listen. Until then, may the gods of old guide thee in thy path.